Okay, new week. Let's dive into some GMB. Google's own study says it's going to take 2 years for people to start saying GBP instead of GMB. Probably take me 3 because I like GMB better. But whatever. All right, so let's dive into some tips and some things that are going on right now, and some things that you might be seeing if you're managing your Google business profile, Google My Business. This is going to be something that has just kind of popped up pretty recently. Might be throwing you guys as profile strength. Okay, well, why is it not green at 100%? Okay, well, let's take a look at that right quick. The first thing you're going to see when you jump in here is going to say complete your profile. Okay, well, it's probably complete, or if not, it should be. There's two things that are going to make you not get 100%. One is advertise easily. Okay, well, here's the thing. Roofcrafters advertises extensively with them, so they're not even picking that up. And the other thing is you can go to your profile, and if you don't have messaging on, if you can't handle messaging, I wouldn't do it because Google will absolutely pull you out, and it's not good if you don't return those messages. But if you can answer your messaging, then you need to turn that on. That's the two things that are going to keep you from seeing green at 100%. Just wanted to throw that out there because that's, I get all kind of questions when these kind of things pop up right here. So let's go on down to the next thing. This came up. Google Posts. Of course, we extensively use Google Posts, and that's what this part of the profile is right here. This is an opportunity for you to present yourself, your services. Obviously, we're roofing, so whether you're home improvement or roofing, your services, patios, gutters, doesn't matter. Google, remember, you got to remember what Google is an intent-driven beast. So don't put the fact that you're sponsoring a Little League team right here. Now, I mean, that's great that you're doing that. I applaud you for that. But put that somewhere else other than in your Google Post, because Google Post, that is something that you want to be intent-driven, funnel-driven, and keep it tight. Let's use Google for what it is. It's an intent-driven gorilla. So let's use it for that. Tip of the week. Okay, let's talk about the tip of the week. Services. So, a year ago, 2 years ago, it came up that, okay, well, just adding services actually give you a ranking bump in the local pack. Of course, we're talking about the 3-pack local pack. And it was absolutely not 2 years ago. But Joy Hawkins just did a new study. I think the results came out in the past week or two. And now she's coming up with it absolutely does. So you need to go in here and make sure that you're filling out all of these services. Some of them might not make sense to you, but now here's the next thing. If you go over to your website, Google is going to be, all right, let's go back to the profile. So you're going to be looking at the website link right here. So let's just go from there. So Google's going to crawl that link, and they're going to see everything that you're doing. So if you've got even blog posts on here and you're talking about some of these services, they're going to actually put those on there for you, and you can accept them or reject those. But that's something that you really need to take a look at. So I would highly suggest filling out that thoroughly. Of course, I do products too, and this is where products are. This is just two givens. But the thing is, look for a service boost. A boost from the services. Okay, so I don't want to get very long today, so we're gonna tie this off with one right here. Okay, Roof Crafters has got 5 locations, all of them legit offices. So right here on the in Mandeville. Now, if you find yourself not ranking where you think you should be, you got to remember, a lot of you guys are hiding this address. You're what's called a service area business, an SAB. And that's what you should do. I don't have a problem with you showing it. Google lets all kind of other crap in. So, I mean, have at it. Now, the question is, do they get you and all that kind of stuff? Because it's a real problem right now with suspensions, verifications, and all that kind of stuff. So just my only advice would be careful. But if you have your address hidden and you think that you should be like in the middle of the city, Google is going to rank you in a 2.5 mile area or less, depending on how the age of your company, from the address that you actually put in. You don't have to show it. That's the only thing that Google's going to have. So if you actually have it at your house and you're out in the middle of nowhere, you're not probably going to rank inside of the city, even though you are an SEB. Could, but Google could put you 10 miles up wherever you are as far as your address. So keep this in mind when you're not actually getting an office. It could absolutely be worth going and getting a office, setting it up legit, signage and all that kind of stuff, because you're not going to get it approved by Google now without signage and everything proper. I can tell you that right now. It has been a nightmare this year with that. You can do all of these things, guys, for less than you can go get a billboard for. And a Google My Business that you love on and you fill out and you handle properly is going to make you more money. In my opinion, it's going to make you a lot more money, certainly in the long run, but even in the short run, it's going to make you more money than a billboard can. Now, billboards are great. I got a couple of guys that are absolutely crushing it with billboards. But at the same time, if you're looking for an apple to apple, and that's probably not, but your Google My Business profile is going to bring in more leads than what a typical billboard can do. You got the money to brand and do that kind of stuff, man, I am all over it. Like I said, I got two in particular that are just killing it. But remember, if you have a problem, you think that you're not ranking in the local pack, or you're not getting leads, you see a problem there, you reach out to us. We'll take a look at it and help you. But check the address that you've got in the back end of this, because that could be your problem. And as always, if you guys have questions about any of these things that are new, things that you see that I can't go over everything every week, but these are some of the highlights that have been pointed out this week, some of the questions that I have gotten. So if these are some concerns, hopefully that address those. If not, shoot me something in the chat, go to our website, get in touch with us. We'll be happy to help.